Hey everybody, hey traders, Chris over here. Welcome back to another installment of my Trading 101 How to Use a Broker Platform playlist. This is found on my YouTube channel. You can see this video, this playlist, Trading 101 How to Use a Broker Platform, along with indicators A to Z, and keep it seriously simple, not to mention my Monday and Friday live sessions. All I'm doing in the Trading 101 video series here for using broker platforms is I'm jumping into these broker platforms and I'm trying to navigate trading stocks, trading options. Really simple stuff. I will be going into other broker platforms that are Forex related or foreign exchange related, as well as cryptocurrencies. So as you may decipher, we are going to be diving into Fidelity Investments today. This is a stocks options ETF broker that I took the liberty of doing a video on last night, but the audio came back really fuzzy, so here I am doing it all over again. But I will say, spoiler alert, I do like Fidelity. I personally do not have an account with them. I'm not here to solicit on behalf of any broker, but what I want to make sure that if I'm able to show you how to navigate the platform, give some traders out there some confidence of starting trading with stocks, trading ETFs, get comfortable with buying and selling, taking profits, also trading options. So it's a really good platform. It has a lot of similarities to TD Ameritrade's web platform, a lot of similarities to E-Trade. I don't know which came first. It doesn't really matter. But Fidelity also has some really nice pros, which include up to 7,000 different stocks and ETFs that you can trade with fractional shares. And I do think that Robinhood had a lot to do with that a couple of years ago when they came in and did commission-free trading and fractional shares. And then you have Stash and Acorns and all these little savings devices where people can round up their savings and it puts money into these major, S&P 500 companies or blue chips. But seeing 7,000, that is a lot to choose from for fractional shares. So even the smallest portfolios, a $500 account, a $1,000 account to, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can decide what you want to allocate dollar amount wise and not necessarily say that you've got to buy an X number of shares. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the Fidelity Investments platform. But before we do, take a look. I have a risk disclaimer. We understand there's risk in trading. Please and always use trade capital only. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. This doesn't matter if you're trading stocks or options or futures or Forex or cryptocurrencies, any asset class. Trading involves risk. And if you know that risk, trade accordingly. All right, everything I'm talking about is for educational purposes only. All right, that's my keep it serious. I'll talk about at the end. We'll come back to that. Let's go into the platform. So Fidelity Investments, pretty simple, just signed up. I go into the trade tab here in the upper left-hand corner. Now, let me just say that if this is a Sunday night, Monday morning, I'm typically using scanners. I'm looking for different technicals, different fundamentals, trying to find some great stocks. There was one in particular that I'm looking at for next week. I actually found one. Let me go into this little Simply Wall Street scanner right here. All I did, this is a Simply Wall Street. This is a nice little tool. I subscribe to them for about $20 a month or $16 a month. And just a very quick tip on using the scanner. If I'm looking for just pure value, what companies offer the best value right now based on total score, based on market cap, you can check this out. Sort. If I want to go by market cap, then my results are going to be different. This is all US-based stocks, 39 companies found. You can see how the little scanner tool works out. This is a lot of value, decent dividends, pretty healthy company financially. This is lots of value, big dividends, and pretty healthy financially. A lot of value, decent health, decent past performance. MDC Holdings, this is I would say, one of those kind of perfect stock scenarios, which is great. So pretty cool just to get an at a glance. And again, remember, there's like 8,000 stocks out there. So to whittle it down to 39, I'm pretty interested in 39. Now, what I need to do is find my stocks, then go into the technicals, take a look at the chart, see if there's any upcoming news. Is there any major catalyst to get this thing rocking and rolling? Are there levels that I'd like to buy at? Are there levels I'd like to buy at and keep investing in and accumulating at? So if I'm looking at some of these longer term, let's find one. Let's say that I have, I did one earlier. Let me go to based on total score. And I know that I just placed this trade this week, actually. So LOMA. I'm going to go into my chart for LOMA, and we'll take a look at this one. So LOMA, and here is a weekly chart. So first off, I'm going to find the stock. Second off, I'm going to look at the technicals, and here is LOMA. Now, there's not a lot of price history here. This goes back to around 2017. We started out probably an IPO or direct listing around $22, ended up going up towards 27, came all the way back down. We're currently trading at $5.95. Now, is it a guaranteed home run stock if it goes from current price all the way back up to $25? Well, that would be about a 400% increase. That would be fantastic. So as far as the value is concerned, This is an incredible value. Now understand that there's also downside. If I get it at 595 and my downside is 0, I'm looking for more upside in the long term. So what I would consider is maybe I buy it at 595 and then my second position might be at $1. If it ever gets that low, I would certainly be interested in trading it there and hanging on to it. But where did I get filled? I took this trade this week, and LOMA, I'm looking at my broker platform right here. I will show you. I will take a look. Actually, I'll just show you on Fidelity. Here is one of my accounts, and I did take LOMA, so there it is there. So LOMA, I got in for 100 shares at 5. What's my break even here? I'm up. My cost per share is $5.82. I'm up $14. No big deal. But I'm looking to, make some decent money on that one, sit on it and hang on to it. I'm also looking at potentially a limit buy around $1 if that's offered up. So I'll cross that when I get there. So let's say that I'm going to take the trade on Fidelity. That's why we're here for this video, right? So in the Fidelity platform, this is just going to the website, fidelity.com, and going into their web portal. In the upper left-hand corner, you see the trade tab. If I click on the trade tab, I'm looking for a stock ETF. I can search for LOMA and it pops up right here. Now, if my action is, if I want to buy it at market, right now it's currently, this is a session on Friday that I'm recording the video. There's about 35 minutes before the market closes. I could buy this right now at current price. Let's say I want to buy 100 shares right now and do this at market. This should calculate whereabouts it's at. So you can see that the ask price is 5.96. I could execute this order right now. And I would trade this on either a cash account or a margin account. I would recommend if you are trading stocks, trading options, that you have margin account just so you can work with some more capital. You also have permission to trade options, preferably level 2 and 3. And I'll show you why in a second because I'll walk through a couple of trades that we took this week in my Equities on Demand class during our live sessions. So if I want to buy it right now at 5.96, then I could do that right here with a market order to buy 100 shares at 5.96. If I'm not going to buy 100 shares, then I can put in 1 share. And I can spend $5.96 and try to make some money. If I'm going to buy, let's say 10 shares. So obviously put in wherever you want. If I felt like, I think that 5.96 is too high, maybe I want to get it a little bit lower. Let's say that we're going to go into a buy trade, but do a limit order. Okay, I don't want to buy it at $5.96. Let's say I want to buy it at $5. So I put in a limit order, put that in at $5, and I can do this. Now, if you're doing limit orders, typically what I'm doing is that's a price that I want to buy the stock or ETF at. And so I'm typically filling that with a good till canceled. All right, and so this should, by default, most brokers allow you 60 to 90 days for that good till canceled to fill that order. So I can buy 10 shares or buy 100 shares, and it'd be at $5. It would be good till canceled up until October 20th of this year, and that would expire at the close of that particular day, right? Do I set an expiration alert? Sure. I can set maybe 1 business day before if I wanted to be notified in my Fidelity account that, hey, that expiration good till canceled on LOMA is 1 day away from expiring, and that would just help me either extend the good till canceled or reissue the trade entirely, or maybe even adjust the price. So pretty simple example. So again, just a little tidbit of what I like to do. I like to find the stock first, go into my chart and see, is it something I want to buy at? Let's find another one. Let's go to something with future growth. Let's go just pure future growth. And now my filter has 76 companies. Again, this is just US based. And let's find something here. I actually looked at a couple of these the other day. Dream Finders was one that I looked at. Let's see here. Just scanning Tesla. All right, future growth, obviously. Tesla, let's just talk Tesla. Everybody knows what it is. Let's look at it. So technically speaking, what I buy Tesla right now, I'm already in several times. I'm still holding some Tesla. Let's take a look at the chart. So here is my chart. Let's go to TSLA. And Tesla's trading at 729. Now, I've already done this in some of my other YouTube videos, my live sessions on Mondays and Fridays. I've already made it very clear where I want to buy Tesla. When this year started, so I was in... when we first had that 5-to-1 split, I was in, took that up here, took some profit, got in back again. I did decide to keep some positions in around 800, and I bought in again at 600, and I'm looking to buy in again at 500. So I'm pretty keen on just adding more to Tesla, even if it falls lower, just continuing to add into Tesla. Do I think that it can be $1,000+ at some point? Yes, I do. Do I think it can be, Kathy Wood's ARK Investments talking for a $3,000 to $4,000 price target? Yes, I do. Is it going to be something that happens in the next 6 to 12 months? Probably not. So patience required. But this is something I would consider, still accumulating and adding money to at the right levels. So if we have high, low, lower high, lower low at this yearly pivot, at this previous resistance, at this structure level, that's right around $500 right in the nose. Plus, we had a run from essentially, $100 to nearly $900. So, I mean, if you take that 50% level, that's around $450 to $500. So I'd be very happy with Tesla at that price. And hopefully that would be where we can build a fantastic base and then see this, if this corrects this way, then it's a pretty straightforward trade to buy and start holding and then look for some big expansion cycle to the upside for new highs. So anyway, that's it. But if Tesla comes up in its future earnings and you do some due diligence on it, does it pay heavy dividends? I don't know. Let's find out. Yahoo.com/finance. Let's go to TSLA. And again, a lot of these tools are free. Simply Wall Street is not. I subscribe to that one, but Yahoo Finance, I've used that for 20 years. We have a PE ratio of 1,139, which is just off the charts, but everybody knows that Tesla is crazy, overvalued. But at the same time, after that 5-to-1 split, I feel like a lot of people are justifying why they're going to hold Tesla. And plus, right now, it's like the 6th largest market cap in the world. So I digress, but let's go in. Let's take Tesla and see what it looks like for our Fidelity investment. If we wanted to buy Tesla, you know what? Let's put in a limit buy in Tesla at $500. All right, so I'll go into TSLA. Too far away. Oh, my fault. So let's go back into trade. Let's go into TSLA. There we go. So it's currently trading at 729. I'm going to do a buy trade. I'll do, let's say, 10 shares. And I'll limit order at $500 on Tesla. I'll go good till canceled. Currently, this is just after 4 o'clock, so the market is closed, but my good till canceled takes me out until October 20th. Do I want an alert to extend that maybe one day before it expires? Yes, that'd be nice to know, and I'll trade this on margin. So I could go ahead and submit that trade. 10 shares at $500 would cost me $5,000. Do I have that in my account? Okay, let's take it. So I can preview the order, place the order, and that would be good to go for a limit buy on Tesla. Let's talk about a little earnings play. This is one thing with this playlist is I'm trying to go in and show buying a stock, buying an ETF, trading some options. We had a trade actually set up today. Let me get the details of it. This had something to do with the Russell, the IWM. So I'm going to go into trade, go into stocks and ETFs, trade and change it to options. And now I'm going to go into IWM. And there's my Russell 2000. That is the ETF that follows it. It's at 225.76. We're looking for a nice little expansion play. So we've had some contraction in the Russell that's going sideways. I'm looking for volatility to increase going into May before summer trading hits. And what I'll do here is I'm going to add some extra legs. I think it's going to change the widget on me. It did. So I still have my symbol right here. Now I'm looking to add additional legs. So if I want to do something like, you know what, if I think that IWM is going to be above a certain price, then I can do a bull put spread and just take 2 legs. But what we decided to do is actually take a trade that if I'll show you on a chart right here, and this is something that is custom to our course. Tyson Clayton and myself do a trading session every single day, Monday through Friday. It is equities on demand. And what we're looking for is this. We think that the IWM with the contraction right here, meaning that we have, prices squeezing together. And these contraction cycles are followed by expansion. And it looks something like this. The last time that we saw price, look at how we had price, okay, contracting here, and it went down below and then up above. And then it contracted again. There's a squeeze. It went down below and up above, and it trended for a long, long time. Right here, a little bit of a squeeze. Went down and it exploded again. Right here's a little squeeze, and it went up. Right here was a little squeeze. It went down and then back up. So we're looking for the same thing. If this squeezes right here, we're expecting price to either, head higher and head higher, or perhaps we head up to these highs, find a top, and then work our way back down and find a bottom. But this type of expansion could allow us to make money on the call side. And if it ends up going back down, we can make money on the put side as well. So we did set this trade up. And if you're interested, I suppose I'm giving this away for this video, but that's cool. So let's take a look at it in Fidelity. I'm going to add those additional legs. There were 4 legs to the trade, and I have a screenshot of it. It was the buy to open, sell to open, sell to open. I was doing one contract on each one for this particular play. We went out to June 4th, so it gives us a little bit of time here. And there we go. And this is the 225. I went out to the 225. That's the at the money call and at the money put. So there's 225 and 225 here. There it is, 225. And then we were going to bracket this. On the upside, we were looking at 240.250. So I'm going to sell this call at 240.250. And I'm going to sell the put at 207.50 right there. So this was a call, this was a put, 240.250 was a sold call, and 207.50 was a sold put. So the broker has this right now at a midpoint of 10.8, so I could probably get filled with a net debit at 10.80. I actually did take the trade earlier today, and I was filled right before market closed. Today is Friday when I'm doing this video, 10.75, and that was a good till canceled. So I did get filled at 10.75. If you're interested in this trade, next week or after you watch this video, again, make sure it's valid, or don't. You don't have to take this trade. If you don't know what you're doing, if you've never taken an option trade in your life, then just be a spectator. Join me on Mondays and Fridays, and I'll talk about this because this is something we do in Equities on Demand. And if you'd like to learn how to do this stuff, then I would highly encourage you to check us out in Equities on Demand. So in this description for this video, I will include a link, and I do this for most of my videos. I'll include a link to a webinar with Equities on Demand so you can see what we're talking about. And I'll also include a direct link if you want to join us and jump in the trading room with us. So is the platform easy to use? I hope you can see that it is. I mean, with only a couple times going to this platform and logging in, buying a stock, buying an ETF, setting my market order, my limit orders, going into an options chain, or getting the option legs set up, customize, set my prices. That's all great, and it's really easy. So I would say from that standpoint, I would say the ease of navigation, the intuitiveness of Fidelity is excellent. I will also give some additional shout outs because they also have, if I go into why Fidelity, take a look at this. I went into the trading section and just check this out. 0 commission trades. If you go down here, commission-free trades, broad choice of investments. You also have the fractional shares that I mentioned. 7,000 plus U.S. stocks and ETFs fractional share trading. To my knowledge, that is the most of any major broker that I've seen for U.S. traders. And is Fidelity something that if you're in Canada, if you're non-U.S., could you use Fidelity? Maybe. If you're in the U.S., can you use Fidelity? Absolutely. That is one thing we've had a lot of questions on. We have a lot of Canadian traders, a lot of European traders. I also run a Forex trading room, and so traders are all over the world. And, there are ways to do it. I know that TD Ameritrade is a common one for non-U.S. traders to trade U.S. stocks and options. Also, Interactive Brokers is another one, and I'll have a video on that with their individual platform. But anyway, back to Fidelity here, 7,000. That's a lot. That means that you can focus on the dollar amount that you want to invest. And so as far as, percent allocation or dollar allocation, it's really easy to think like, you know what, I'm just going to put $100 a month in this stock, or $100 a month in this portfolio, or $1,000 a month in this portfolio. And you can space it out over your top 10, 20, whatever. But it's really cool. So I would give a big tip of my cap to fractional shares for that, because with Schwab, which I have a pretty large account with, I only have like 500 or 600 stock options there. Again, fractionals. It's called Schwab Slices. They have 600. It's still plenty of blue chips. It's plenty of major companies, but 7,000 is awesome. So just like I would say for any broker, make sure that it is highly regulated, right? Make sure it has deep pockets. Make sure that your money's treated well. Make sure the commissions and fees are very minimum. Make sure the tools and resources at your fingertips are readily available. If they're charging 0 commissions, are they getting you somewhere else? Maybe it's on the back end. Maybe it's on the option side. Maybe it's from a different platform. Maybe you have to pay for real-time feeds. Maybe it's for different analysis and research. I don't know. But at a glance, ease of navigation, I like Fidelity. I would give it, 2 thumbs up. Again, there's similarities with this, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade. There's a pretty clear commonality or similarity to all those platforms, but I'm not complaining. For going into them for the first time, it was easy for me to say, okay, here's where I buy a stock. Here's where I look at the symbols. Here's where I place my trades. Here's where I do my options. I love it. It's really intuitive, and I'm a big fan of that. And just like any broker, as long as my money is safe, as long as the broker doesn't bother me, as long as the broker doesn't make my life harder as a trader, then I'm going to give that broker a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for Fidelity. I've given other brokers 2 thumbs up as well. I love TD Ameritrade. I love Schwab. Fidelity is great as well. So that's good. It's nice to know that as a retail trader, you have options out there for good brokers. So explore and make sure you work with a broker that is easy to work with. And at the end of the day, make sure that your job is just to trade. That's the process, right? Process equals profits. So no shenanigans, no tomfoolery, just let the traders trade, right? Let us trade. Let the retail trader, let the retail revolution begin and never end. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me today. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave me a comment. Inside the description of the video, I will include links for the Equities On Demand webinar and direct link. If you want to join, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. every single day, myself, Tyson Clayton, are rocking and rolling with our stocks and options class. I also run a Forex room. It's called Flex Trading Room. I'm live on YouTube Mondays and Fridays. So videos like this and many more coming every single week to my YouTube channel. So I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. Spread the good word. This is all for helping, right? I want to help traders of any ability level in any financial market be more consistently profitable. So spread the word. Pass on these links. I really appreciate it. Happy trading, lots of profits, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks.